Hello, welcome to JT Picks, and today I'm going to be ranking each track of, well, the regular edition of Dawn FM by The Weeknd. For my Christian audiences, I do have to say this isn't a Christian album, so there are themes and other stuff of this album that aren't PG, just so you know. Okay, at number 16, we have Starry Eyes. Basically, this is my least favorite song of the album because it's a rehash of Is There Someone Else? And it's a more boring rehash because it doesn't have any unique qualities about it at all. It's just a very similar chord progression and a very similar melody. So, I don't like that song. Feel free to disagree with me. At number 15, we have Every Angel is Terrifying. The only thing that this track does is kind of tease the next Weeknd album, which is Afterlife. Oh, well, the assumed Weeknd album. But it doesn't do that much other than that. It's kind of weird and feels out of place. It's a radio ad, which in the first track, Jim Carrey said Dawn FM would be commercial free. This is supposed to be the album you're listening to as you go into the light, so it doesn't really make too much sense that you would be ordering a movie. At number 14, we have Phantom Regret by Jim. Not a bad outro track, just not a good one either. For me, while it had some of the themes of the album, letting go of past regrets and stuff, I don't know, it could have done that better. This whole poem by Jim Carrey was weird and a little off-putting, and I'll listen to it sometimes, but most of the times I'll just, ignore it. Number 13, A Tale by Quincy. Probably my favorite interlude out of all of them. It sets up the themes of Out of Time really well. Number 12, Dawn FM. The opening to the album, it does set it up very nicely as its own standalone album. I think the story is done really well. One thing that I had a problem with Dawn FM as a whole is that it kind of defeats the purpose of After Hours. I know Abel said on Twitter that we're experiencing a new trilogy or whatever, but to me, After Hours kind of gave the rest of the Weeknd's albums purpose. Those albums were looking at this life of wickedness without any consequence at all. And After Hours took all of those albums that almost made it look like he wasn't sorry for it and truly showed the regret of it. And here we are back to Dawn FM with that same regret. It doesn't continue the story of After Hours at all. Even the music videos don't. I feel like there was more to be told with After Hours, and it just ended on the Too Late music video. Don't watch it, trust me. As I read from a review, they said that this album sticks to the script really well, and you can tell, especially from Dawn FM all the way to Phantom Regret. Number 11, Don't Break My Heart. I guess it's okay. It's good, but it's kind of forgettable compared to the other tracks. Number 10, I Heard You're Married. Shorten the track just a little bit. I felt like it was a little too long, and it sounded too much like other tracks in this album. By the time I went to that one track, I Heard You're Married, I was like,
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Whatever.
Also, I think that although this track was for me okay, I did like the lyrics of this one because this album does not continue the story of After Hours, but it does in some places. There was actually a video of somebody who said, I don't like Dawn FM. And then they said it's a good album, but they didn't feel like it told a good story. And I slightly agree with them. Some of the songs like Gasoline, Here We Go Again, Take My Breath, Best Friends, they kind of show this similar idea of living that Abel's had in the past. Can we show that he's matured a little bit? And I feel like that wasn't covered very much, and only covered in the songs Out of Time and I Heard You're Married. And I Heard You're Married, I don't have the lyric with me right now, but he says something essentially along the lines of, I can't be with you because you're married. And then he said, that isn't who I am. And that kind of hit me because if you think about it, the Abel from Beauty Behind the Madness wouldn't have cared, or the Abel from Starboy wouldn't have cared. It's this level of maturity that spoke to me, and I just wish we had more of that consistent storytelling that After Hours had given us. And same thing in Out of Time, where he admits like he messed up and he'll wait patiently. He's out of time, but he wants another chance. And it's that sense of maturity from Abel that I wish was more seen throughout this album. Number 9, Is There Someone Else? The sample on it is good. It's definitely a catchy beat, but at this rate in the album, when I was here, I just didn't care. I was like, yeah, no, no. But I heard it a few times afterwards, and I was like, it's a good song, just not my favorite. Number 8, Best Friends. I absolutely hate the chorus to the song. Don't kill me. I do. I wasn't feeling the lyrics at all. I felt like from the verses instrumental to the chorus went but whatever. But I did like I just said, the verses instrumental. I thought it was very nice, very punchy, and very catchy. Number 7, Sacrifice. I've heard a lot of praise for this track, and honestly, I don't fully get it. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a good song. It has its catchy parts. I don't wanna it's really good. I like it. But it wasn't to me when I heard the album multiple times. It wasn't the highlight. We're getting there though. Number 6, How Do I Make You Love Me? This song was for me an internal argument because I really liked it, but at the same time, I really didn't. I saw this video from this guy who has made videos on each of the Weeknd's albums from Beauty Behind the Madness, and he said exactly how I feel about this song. The chorus, it's not a bad song. It's not an unbearable song because it's not. The transition's all over this album, but the transition from this song especially, the beat, the lyrics and the verses, the way they flow, all of it was great. The chorus is really what messed this song up for me. I thought it was mediocre and really repetitive and slightly annoying. Like maybe if he had done the chorus like once, but he loops it 3 times over. And I saw that guy in the video, he said exactly this. He said, "It's an over repetitive song and they do the chorus 3 times." And I was like, 3 times? That can't be true. And I listened to the song and then I'm like, "Oh my gosh, he actually did the chorus 3 times over. That's too much. This song could have been 2 minutes and 50 seconds, but no, he increased it by at least a minute by looping the chorus so much, and I think that's what took away from the song for me." Number 5, Take My Breath. Catchy song, but compared to the Weeknd's past stuff, it's okay. I mean, though, really it is catchy. Number 4, Here We Go Again. From the moment I heard this song, I was like, oh, yeah. I liked the vibe of it. It was like relaxing. The Weeknd's lyrics, it feels like old Weeknd's. That light, fluffy, tony, but at the same time, the lyrics is telling something different. There were 2 things about this song, though, that I didn't like, which is why it is at number 4. It would have been higher if not for these things. 1, the subject matter of the lyrics. The Weeknd songs are always, fiction, but based loosely on reality. And it's not supposed to directly cite reality, which this song did. It referenced the Super Bowl, the Weeknd's performance there, his relationship with Angelina Jolie, and that a little bit, it made me go like, what? Because I was getting into the album and I'm on this track and I'm like, so is this album a follow-up to After Hours or not? And I think it was this track that made me realize it's not. And also, the second thing I didn't really like was, and I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for this, but Tyler, the Creator's verse was super unnecessary. I get that the point of the song was looking at, this love that the weekend had and saying like it might not last forever. But Tyler's verse was too on the nose for me and went from relaxing to a song I'd want to skip if I was around anybody. Number 3, we are in the top 3 now. Out of Time. I did not think I liked this song on first listen, no doubt, but I didn't think it would have been in my top 3 on this album. But after multiple listens, just the slow vibe of it made me go, ah, it's like stepping into a hot bath. You just, you're all relaxed. That was the feeling that this song specifically gave me. It's just, it's so relaxing and nice, and the transitions, especially to Here We Go Again, very nice. That outro reminding you that this is a radio station, superb. It's just lyrically the best song on the album. Number 2, Less Than Zero. On that video that I mentioned earlier, there are a few points I disagree with him on, but the main point I disagree with him on was his dissection of Less Than Zero. He said that it was a rehash of Save Your Tears, and it sounded exactly the same, and that it wasn't good, and I heavily disagree. Less Than Zero is an elite song. Elite. It's uber catchy, and the lyrics of it, while fully not reflecting this maturity level, do somewhat reflect it. I do think that this song should not have been put as technically the outro outro song. I know the outro was the poem by Jim, but I mean the outro actually song. But I do think it's really good because it does slightly reflect this maturity of the Weeknd realizing he's the problem. Now, the way he goes about it is by saying he'll always be nothing or less than nothing to his girl, but it's still a great song. The instrumental is amazing. Less Than Zero is great. Now, number 1, Gasoline. From the instant I heard that song, I knew that was my favorite. Then I went online and read a review of the song talking about how the Weeknd's vocals were uncomfortable and that you could tell that he was out of his zone. And I was like, well, duh, that doesn't make it the worst song of the album. It's supposed to be that way. You are supposed to be caught off guard. It makes it the most different Weeknd song you will ever hear. That's the point of it. It's supposed to hit you like a train. Because you hear it and it's like, it's 5 a.m. my time again. I've soaking up the moon, can't sleep. You're supposed to go like, what the heck is this? I love it. Then you have the chorus. Well, and by the way, the lower range of his voice, that low voice thing he did, it actually made the fact that when he comes in with his actual vocals, his high-pitched vocals, it makes it so much better. Which is why this track is the best track of the album. For me, and for a lot of people, it's truly a good song. The only thing I don't like about the song is that when you look at it in this grand scope of things and you look at it in comparison to After Hours and stuff, it doesn't match with the story of After Hours. But other than that, if you're not looking at that at all, it's a perfect song. The beat's catchy, the lyrics are catchy, everything about it is amazing. Gasoline is the best track on Dawn FM. Overall, I think the album's really good. On my Instagram, I gave it a 6.5. And, I realized that, of course, that was within like 2 days of it being released. So my opinion's changed ever so slightly on what's better and what's worse. I think, though, I will rate it better than Starboy. I think the album leaves with lowest a 6.8, which is zero point 0.1 above Starboy, or a 7, which is 0.1 below Beauty Behind the Madness, which is where I think this album belongs. It is not the Weeknd's best album. I've heard that a lot. I do not agree with that. The Weeknd's best album is After Hours, period, period, period. Second best, I'll give it to Beauty Behind the Madness. And third can be fought for by Starboy and Dawn FM. They can hash it out. Personally, I'd go with Dawn FM because I like that album better. But Starboy has really good songs. Hope you liked this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you don't agree with what I said or any of this stuff, guess what? That's what comments are here for. So comment your anger on me. Remember, till next time, there's two things I know. I know that Jesus is king, and I know that JT, moi, knows best. See y'all.